Hi, friends. Welcome to Benchmark Boutique. I'm Cassandra, and I'm so happy to be crafting with you today. We have got a fun project for you. We are going to be making the American Flamingo. I know you've got a stash of pink paper that you've just been dying to use, and this is the perfect project for this. There's so many fun ways that you can use a flamingo in your crafting world. I'm sure you probably thought of 4 or 5 different projects just off the top of your head. So let's get in on the fun. Go ahead, get your materials cut out, and then let's meet back here and we'll go over the assembly together. Let's start assembling. We're going to use movie magic and watch and fast forward as we assemble our American Flamingo. My fine tip glue pen is my friend here. It does a great job getting the tiny beads of glue and the tail feathers without adding too much. And I really appreciate it. And I'm going to finger press and make sure everything lines up the way I want it to. The light pink is peeking out where I want it to. And just make sure everything is well placed because this is a foundation for the rest of the file. I am using a couple tools here. These legs, as you can see, have lots of small parts. I put them all in my 3D dustpan to keep them organized. My craft room is prone to breeziness and my little pieces can go flying. I originally created these dustpans to help with the glitter problem, but it turns out they also work great for organizing delicate components during assembly. So I use them that way. It was a happy accident. And now I'm just taking my time using my fine tip glue pen to get all of the pieces added to the legs of the flamingo. And I use my craft tweezers to run along the edge because these are long and narrow. It's really easy for the top or the bottom of the piece to slide off the base ever so slightly, and just running the craft tweezers up and down helps with that. I'm going to step away from the leg for a moment and switch to the face. Build the beak, and the eye is kind of complicated and I want to give it a little bit extra time to dry. So once I get the beak put together, I'm going to assemble the eye, put it back in my dustpan to dry, and then I'm going to come back to it in a short minute after it is taken some time to firm up before I move on to the next step. The final portions of the flamingo are going to be the more dainty parts, but first we're going to put the wing together. Make sure you place this light pink base really well. There's some notches in the base layer of the flamingo, and that you get the black component lined up well. When the American flamingo opens its wings, you can see there's a black stripe along each wing, and sometimes when the wings are closed, that little black stripe can peek out. I am pressing just the tips of the feathers here with my steel ball presser. You can finger press as well, or you can leave it just as is. I like the look of that dimensional feather, so I'm using my steel ball presser for that tool. And then I am just placing each layer of the wing on the flamingo. I see a piece that I'm not quite happy with because I used Elmer's liquid glue. I used glue all is the specific kind that I use. It wasn't quite dry, so I was able to go back and make some adjustments. It's a little forgiving and gives you a little bit of grace in that way, which is why I like this glue. Okay, so we've got the wing, and now it is time to work on my delicate toe beans. I'm going to put a tiny drop of glue on each toe and use my craft tweezers, and this is very tiny. So if very tiny work is not for you and you're still into flamingos, you can just take your marker, grab a black marker and dot each toe, and you can just truck right along. You will be just fine and it will look just as nice. I'm choosing to do the cardstock. I like the little dimension that each little toe bean has with it. And so we're just going to roll that way. And there we go. And now I'm going to come back to the eye and the nostril. I'm going to glue on the nostril. And for the eye, I cut out my little circle. The cardstock kept having fuzz. I tried to cut it a couple times and there's always a little bit of fuzz and it just didn't make the pupil look right. So what I decided to do was just take my marker and draw it in. It looked a little cleaner just because my cardstock didn't quite cut right. I had a wonderful time crafting with you today. I hope you did as well. Until next time, when we craft again, I'm Cassandra with Benchmark Boutique.